Good morning, everybody. This is Daniel on Peace and Plenty Farms. I thought I'd start out, it's actually after lunch. I said good morning, but here it is, 1 o'clock. It's about 100 today. And we've been working in the garage this morning for a little while. And I like to take and walk through the rabbits and check them, just see how everybody's doing, make sure they've got water, make sure there isn't anybody hung up in there. And thought maybe you might want to go along with me and look at some of the little rabbits. So here's some of the little guys that we've got on the farm right now. This little one is just too cute. This little one's eyes aren't quite open yet. Now, we don't normally handle them. We raise them completely wild, untamed, but I thought I would do a few pictures, just let you see what we got. Now, these were born, let's see, she was mated on, well, it's going to be hard to tell you that, but it's going to, cute little thing. Let's find some other ones a little bit older. See what age. Move down here to this one. And here's one. She's actually got her eyes open. She's actually got her little eyes open. You can see right there. They do like to be petted, even when they're skittish and not used to it. Now, this is the first time that any of them have been held. Right there. Let's see if we can find some a little bit older. This one's actually a little bit younger here. A little bit younger. Or I don't want to drop them. I'd have a heck of a time trying to catch them. I'll show you how we catch them when they get loose. I use a have-a-heart trap, and I have fencing on the left and the right side of the have-a-heart trap, and I can corral them in. I can unroll the fencing and corral them into the have-a-heart trap. So they do get out occasionally, and I just use that to get them back in. Now this one here is a little bit, it's funny how this one here is smaller but has the eyes open. He or she, I don't know. But this little one here. Well, I just thought I'd give you a quick little peek at these guys. Let's walk along and see them in their cage. So this is the birthing box that we have for them right here. And I started out, I had just this piece of wood right here so that when the mama climbed out, she would actually scrape off the little kits and not drag them out into the out to here. If it was too cold in the winter, they would die. But then I found I actually had to add another little piece. They were still getting drug off, and they were not getting drug off by this board right here. So I added this one, and it's on a little bit of an angle. It's on the angle that the birthing box is, and this seems to be the right height to work to make sure. I haven't had any problem with this height on the kits being knocked off of the teat when she's jumping out of the box. So that height has worked out good for me. Here we go. Now these are actually out and about. Oh yeah, curious here. Wants to see what's going on. There's another one back there. Mama, what do you think of all this? And like I said before, this is the olive oil and apple cider vinegar that we use in their ears for mites. And the diatomaceous earth we use. Let's walk down here and see if we can see any other little families. The diatomaceous earth we use, if I see any digestive problems, I will put diatomaceous earth out for them. I think there were some little ones in here. Let's look and see. In this box. No. She may have. Oh, this one miscarried. That's right. She miscarried. So, we got him. He's in there with her. Definitely needs a little mite treatment in that ear. So, I'll do that as soon as I finish recording. And there's the little ones in there. Oh, now see how there's a fly? See that fly? See that fly on the top of the... whenever you see a couple of flies like that, you want to really look and make sure that there's not a dead rabbit in here. Because if you have a dead one in here, the maggots and all that will be really bad. So sometimes you have to look for damage, you know, underneath. If you see those flies, look to be sure that underneath there's no damage on the belly. Sometimes when they're born, there'll be a little deformity under here and the maggots will get started in there. So if you see flies, do an extra special close check right there. Maybe just that the manure is the reason that they're there. See how we've got the plywood out of these boxes in the bottom, and just the wire is in the birthing boxes now for summertime, so that the air can they can get some air. Oh, I just woke this little one up. She was sound asleep. Okay, I'm gonna head over to the garage and show you where we're at on the Toyota. Well, that is really something. 30 minutes ago it was 100 degrees, humid, and now there's hail coming down, and it has really cooled off fast. I was working here in the garage, but I've lost power, so it's way too dark. Well, we'll be taking a break from here. Well, it just quit raining. We had hail. It was really coming down. And I look over here, and it actually blew the door off of the Silky's brooding coop. And the poor thing looks like she got a little wet. But she stuck it out. Didn't you, Mama? Well, we'll get her closed up. Okay, we're down in the barn, garage, whatever you want to call it. And I picked this bull bar up off of Marketplace. $100, $120. KC lights, had the wiring and everything. So I'm going to mount that on the front. But so far this morning, I have installed the little trailer hitch lighting right there. And we got the rear tail lights all in and hooked up. So they're doing good. Got those all done, all the wiring. Got the bed bolted down. I had to drill a hole on the other side because the gas tank is on the other side. And just created another similar mount just like this on the other side. It's not quite finished. I accidentally threw away this piece right here that's made for the right side, so I'll have to go to a scrap yard and get the actual one, but I have a temporary one in there right now just holding the gas cap. But I need to get these inner fenders on right here. We're going to get those on right now. I've got these bars, this heavy duty bar right here. I'm going to run that along the railing here, so I've got that to do. And it sounds simple, these hubcaps need to go on, but it's not. I'm actually fitting them to these aftermarket wheels, so I've got to do some custom work to get these caps on, but I think it really looks nice once you've got the caps on instead of just the aftermarket wheel with no cap. Here it is without the cap. And I think it looks a lot nicer with the cap on there. So I'm having to do a little custom grinding and fitting right along here to get them on there, but we'll get those on there, and that'll look nice. So those are the few things I'm going to be working on right now after lunch, and we'll give you a wrap-up video once we've got something done, see how we did. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate your advice, and anything I can do to help you, let me know.